I'm Old Head Ed.
And I'm Mr. Beleaf. And we like to welcome y'all to Barcodes. Barcodes is a podcast where we delve into the lyrics of your favorite MCs, verse by verse.
Each episode, we invite an artist onto the show,
break down their own bars, and give the listeners a deeper understanding of the meaning and inspiration behind their music.
From underground up-and-comers to established industry veterans.
We cover it all. So join us as we explore the art of MCing and the stories behind the bars on Barcodes.
Barcodes in the building.
Back at it again. I am Old Head Ed.
Mr. Beleaf on this side.
Welcome to the YouTube channel. This is where we get an esteemed guest to sit down, take this middle seat, and break down the bars. Go line for line. Give us the insight, the inspiration, and any other adjective that starts with INS. This week is no different than other. But before we get into that, subscribe, comment, rate, share, like. Let's get the official business out the way. Let's do that.
Yep.
Now that we've done that, let's jump in. Let's jump into it with our guest this week. None other than
D.U.Ivan.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Pleasure, man.
It's a pleasure for you to be here, man. Thank you, man. We really appreciate it.
For sure, brother.
This is excellent, man. This is something long time brewing.
Definitely.
Constantly bumping into you at all types of events. All right.
Always.
Listening sessions, album release, shows that are put together. And it's like, bro, it was only right. It's like, we got to get Ivan on this joint, man.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. No, thank you. Thank you for making the time, bro. This is great.
Of course, yo. I'm just glad that I'm glad you guys wanted me out here. I'm happy to be here, honored to be here, man. I love what you guys are doing. I love the movement. I love how you guys are growing fast, and you guys deserve it. Man.
Thank you so much. Thank you, man. It means a lot.
Cheers, cheers, boys.
Yes. Yeah.
That's something that we usually do when we're with D.U.Ivan. We're usually having some drinks and chilling, man. Still, it's the Miami way. It's the 305 way. You know what I mean?
So that being said, spilling and whatnot. Let's give him a little history on the name because you think D.U.Ivan. There's no correlation, but D.U.Ivan. D.U. stands for
Don't underestimate Ivan.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
Got that out the way because we were just cheersing and talking
But
about
it works on many levels, though. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
Like, when I was a promotional, I'm just gonna give you like a promotion idea. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Get a van. You know what I'm saying? Have your face on the side and say a D.U.I. van.
I got it. It's funny enough. That's what the cop's car. That cop van is called the D.U.I. van.
Oh, for real? There you go.
Yeah. Somebody with better marketing's already jumped on it.
They jumped on it because when I've Googled myself, that comes at the end. After all my shit comes on, you see the D.U.I. van.
Damn.
I'm telling you, man. It's a dope name, man. Like, ever since I've ever heard the name, I was like, man, that's clever right there.
Thank you.
See, the paddy wagon wasn't working anymore, so the cops was like, "Yo, let's just call it the D.U.I.
marketing. I'm gonna have to trademark that.
Lock it in
and get my bucks from the
for real. They got to go through me. I've been wanting to share the story, and I think I'm gonna take this time to do it. First time I seen D.U.Ivan perform was several years ago. Get my words straight. And it was at Revolution. You opened up for Mayday.
Word.
And at that point, I had no idea who D.U.Ivan was one of the opening acts, tore down the set, and then years later, I run into him by virtue of just mutual friends. And I've always wanted to be like, I'm gonna get you on a show, whether it's Bruce Beats and Eats or now Barcodes, and I'm gonna run that back, man. I'm gonna definitely run that back.
Well, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you remember. I'm glad I left an impression.
Yes, indeed, man. You did it justice, man. You did it justice.
That's when you had that's when you had the longer hair.
Long
right?
ass hair.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about growing it back. I kind of miss it. But then when I have it, I'm like, fucking hate it. It's like, I'm one of those.
It's more maintenance.
It is a lot of maintenance. A lot of maintenance.
True. I don't have that problem. But anyway, that's not what we're here to discuss. We're not selling hair products. We're not giving health hair tips either. But
so you came here today, and you're gonna come and dissect your bars and. This track that you're bringing to us, number one, the name of the track is called Major Gains.
Major
right?
Gains, yes.
And this is off of what album, or this is not released?
My upcoming album called Toma. Just to give homage to the series that I created, and I wanted to make a feel good album that represented the crib, and then not only represented the crib, but had a lot of people from the crib on it.
Yeah.
So I got some of the best from our circle, from our scene, what we're doing, and I just wanted to put something good together, like something hard, but also something that you could kind of get that feel of Miami. Get that energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Encapsulate what we do here, what you guys do here, and just the area we live in altogether.
Yeah, but at the same time, keeping it true to myself and like the hustler mentality that I have. So that kind of comes out in a lot of the songs too.
Okay.
But it's like feel good as well. So
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. Major Gains. Hit us with the first 4 bars, and then we'll just kind of go into it.
all right, so I come off. This is how I start the whole project. So that's why I kind of want to come strong with the bars in the first.
Oh, this is
This is the intro.
track.
It's the intro.
Okay.
Yeah. Hence, like the fighter, like
setting the tone.
yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Hence, like the fighter, like sample at the end, the
Intro.
UFC sample
Okay.
at the end or whatever. It's like I kind of wanted to give that intro vibe to this whole thing, and
Okay.
that's kind of why it goes fluidly. It's like there's no like stopping if you can't tell where the hook is. Kind of, it's like just kind of goes fluid.
Just keeps on going.
So the first few bars are, I will spit in Satan's face. I am trying to eat as fast as I can. It's a major pain. So I will spit in Satan's face. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm a righteous man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm brave, and I do, if I think it's right, I'll go as far as to spit in Satan's face, like to represent what I am. And then I will spit in Satan's face. I am trying to eat as fast as I can. It's a major pain. So I'm just trying to get to the top as fast as possible. I don't know if I'm obviously referencing the movie Major Pain with Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
When he ate, it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, that was
Comical moment. Yes.
They'd speed up the fucking camera and everything, and it was the fastest thing in the world.
I was wondering if that's what you were really referencing,
100%.
because I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I see
Yeah.
the way it's written. I was like, yeah, it's Major Pain. So I'm like, it has to be.
has
Let
to
me
be,
see
yeah.
if he says it.
yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, does that also contribute to the fact that trying to get
Yeah,
trying
it's
to eat and
hard.
get there
It's
as fast
hard.
is
Yeah, so it's a
major
double
pain.
entendre.
Yes.
I'm referencing how like Major Pain ate fast, but I'm always referencing it's hard. Like it's a pain in the ass to try to do it as hard and as fast as a lot of us do.
Yeah.
So you know it's double entendre. So
Are you trying to get there as fast as you can, but it's a major pain.
but
to-
it's a major pain to do that because
Yeah.
people think it's this easy little road and it's anything but that. So Major Pain. I'm trying to make this music for my people. That's Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace is obviously a song about the country. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? About the whole country, the group, the unity of the country. So it's like I'm trying to bring up my people just like Amazing Grace did. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make my own version of that. It's like I'm just trying to make songs for my people. So that's why I reference Amazing Grace.
And then hence including several of these people that you
Again,
build bonds
exactly.
with that have the same mind frame.
the
that you
community,
do.
precisely.
Word.
Bringing the community up and bringing our state up, our state of hip hop up. You know what I mean?
Word.
So
See,
Yo, shout out to Miami hip hop because yo, definitely, man. There's been a uprise,
Huge
There's been a
surge.
super surge. You know what I'm saying? That's been going on, and man, keep doing it, everybody. And we're gonna
Hell
have
yeah.
everybody here.
Yes.
You know what I'm
This is the
saying?
place
'Cause
for it,
This is
for
the place
sure.
for it too.
fuck yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
And then bringing up, I don't even know if you realize what you just did, but you're like bringing up the state and then the state of hip hop, bringing up both things.
Absolutely.
It's like, it's
yeah,
two
yeah, of
different
course.
things, but
That
yeah.
was, yeah. Oh, I knew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm writing here.
Forgot what I was doing. Plan.
The pen game don't stop.
This shit is calculated, fam. So I'm trying to bring them. That's Amazing Grace. Trying to lift up my entire family. That's Major Gains.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm trying to lift them up with with the music and the art and everything I'm doing. But like if you could lift up your whole family, that would be Major Gains.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the double. Again, I'm a big entendre guy. I like to put as many as I can in one.
Nice. And effectively so, right within the first 8 bars.
And thank you very much. I try. And so, so thanks for the 14K, but I'd rather have 14K. Have 10 times that in 14 days. Since 14, I've had a scorching pen. So thanks for the 14K was referencing my following.
Yeah.
I was creeping on 14,000. There was like a rounded up at 14,000. So I was just using that.
Yeah.
And it was honestly, I initially started this because I was like, I want to have, it's funny how this shit started initially, and then I completely abandoned that. But initially, it was like, I'm about to hit 14K. It would be cool to have a track. So when I hit 14K, it'd be like, bam.
14K.
And that's why it's initially called 14K.
Yeah.
Because that's what kind of was going on. And then it just like turned into this other thing. So yeah, thanks for 14K. I'd rather have 14K. I've had 10 times that in 14 days, which just mean I'm a hustler. You know what I mean? You give me. I'd rather have the money. Fuck your following and all your accolades. Give me something concrete.
Yeah, fuck the awards. Give me the money.
Yeah. Give me the paper and I'll turn that shit into something real. You know what I mean? So it's like that's just kind of what I'm talking about.
And does that? I mean, I don't know. And from just experience of just having a social media account and seeing the numbers, there's a difference. Doing a podcast, having a social media design just for that. A lot of times, people will go to me like, "So how many followers do you have?"
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Yo, that's the least of my worries."
Precisely.
The followers in it is like, how many listeners do I have?
Yes. How many people engaged?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So that's where the magic lies. It's like you could have that many followers, but the ones that actually stick around, engage, and are willing to kind of put back into what it is that you're doing, those are the ones you're shooting for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why, and I imagine that's why you're saying, I'd rather have the 14K, because with that, that's tangible. I could
Exactly.
do something with that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like this, that number is cool and everything, but what does it really mean? You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So,
So,
like-
so you don't have to be an artist to necessarily go through that or
Yeah.
pick up the vision. But
I mean, trust me, it's all this shit's smoke and mirrors, man. Like a lot of it, dude. So it's like you see people with 1 million followers. You know, you know what I mean? And a lot of it's bullshit. Like, you know, for lack of a better term. But I've seen it so much. So it's like, give me something real, give me something tangible. I'll be happier with that.
yeah.
So that's the reference.
So have 10 times that in 14 days.
Since 14, I've had a scorching pen.
Is that when you actually started writing?
I mean, the first time I started playing around with it was around then, 14,
Okay.
between like,
Circa?
circa.
Yeah. Got you.
Like around that age, between 14 and 16 is when I really started scribbling around.
And the dope thing is that at that point, had to be before 2006, 2007, because people were actually still writing. As opposed to typing.
Oh, exactly. I actually wrote,
Yeah,
and
from
then
that era.
And then in like when I started with YMF, I stopped writing completely. I was more on the just remember everything.
Okay.
And it would like, because I was weird. I started feeling like a pause in the creative process just by writing. I don't know. Maybe it was my ADHD. I don't know what it was, but it was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna start. You know, just keep going. Like, because every time I try to write something, I forget the one line that I want. It's like back and forth, and then I just.
Got you. So it was a middle. It was kind of like a middleman.
Yes, I was cutting out the middleman. I just, fuck this. I have to remember it anyway. You know, and eventually I have to remember it anyway. For it to come out the better way, I have to have it memorized. I can't be reading it off the paper when I record it. So might as well just get straight to there.
Speaking of writing, yo, Cardinal. I don't know if we should chug a beer or something. Cardinal sin. We slipped up.
What do you mean?
What's up?
We slipped up. We broke the cardinal rule. You didn't ask the very first question. Right.
No, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Like,
I'm just extra tough on
I be
myself when it comes to
forgetting, man.
barcode.
I be forgetting, man. Like this is not the first time today.
But
you know?
won't be the last time either. You
Yeah.
forget again.
All right, so
Okay.
Since we're talking about writing,
What's this
well, look,
question?
all right. So here's the thing. One of the things that you just said that he's like, he has to memorize it and he's going straight to there. So like, it's hard for me to even ask the question. The question is, do you remember when you wrote this, but you didn't write it, right? So you're saying that you just memorized
Oh,
it.
no. I started writing again.
Okay,
Like
you
a
started
couple years
writing
back,
it.
I started writing again, but because of dictation.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Because I could just dictate it. I don't gotta
Oh,
sit there.
right, I
I
see.
just when I come with it, I could just say it and look and not even think about it. So it's even better. It's the best of both worlds. Because I'm still getting it down. I'm still, you know what I mean? It's able to sit there. I don't have to like really remember it anymore. I can just move forward. And then when I have to transcribe it, it's already transcribed.
Perfect.
So you remember where you were when you started this? Like where was
what,
that?
this
at?
actual thing?
Well, this
these
verse.
actual songs.
This song here.
14K. I believe both of these were in Christine's kitchen.
Okay. Shout out to Christine.
Shout out to Christine.
Christine.
Christine. Oh,
Trust me, Google does it too. When I say call Chris Dean, they're like, Christine G. I'm like,
Okay.
no, bitch, Chris Dean.
Chris Dean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my producer, my main producer, Chris Dean. Shout out my dog. He's produced the majority of my last two projects.
And that goes hand in hand with the next question, which is who produced it. You nailed that.
Chris
We're
Dean.
right back on track.
Back on
track.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're back on the rally.
Word.
But yeah, both of these I was definitely in Chris Dean's kitchen, and while he made them, and I was writing to him as he made them.
Word. All right, so we could pick up right where you left off after the scorching pen.
So that's right. Okay, so back to the bars.
Yeah.
Back to the bars.
All right, had a scorching man. I never force it like I like Star Trek. All right, so if you're a nerd, you know Star Wars and Star Trek. They're like
They
beef.
coming after
they
you,
beef,
D.
but they beef, right? There's
Yes.
hardly people that like both. It's like
Yes.
teams and shit. I like both.
Oh, so I see what you. Okay, I never force it.
The force.
As
Meaning
if
there's
I
no
like
force involved.
There's no force in Star Trek.
Got you.
They don't fuck with the force.
I'm glad you broke that down because most people
Yeah.
could walk away from it thinking like I did. I'm like, wait a minute, Force and Star Trek? No, that's not it. That's two different
like,
things. Star Wars.
I never
He's
force
mixing
it.
them up.
force
He's
it.
mixing them up.
Mixing
Yes.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so never force it like I like Star Trek.
Word.
It's like
Oh, I
I'm
get
looking for jail where the bar's at. Like nobody has bars anymore. Obviously, there's bars in jail. Bibbidi bobbidi boom.
Yeah.
So I never force it like I like Star Trek. It's like I'm looking for jail where the bar's at. Try to play with me, throw debate this way. I'll turn your play off like when 8 teams play.
Okay,
So
which
playoffs are the 8 teams
the
play
8
in the
teams play.
playoffs, and then
Yeah.
I'll turn your play off like when 8 teams play.
Yeah, you do a lot of the double meanings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
he
like
said
that.
As
The
much
double
as
entendres.
possible. I don't know why, but it's just
No, but
part
it's
of my style.
good. It's really good. You know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of artists can do that. You know what I'm saying? They might pull off here and there, but to do it as consistently as you're doing it, from at least from what I've heard in your catalog, it's kudos, man. That's pretty dope, yo.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I guess it's just practice. It just became what I always wanted, so now it kind of just comes out as I go, like instantly. But it's practice. It's more practice than anything.
Damn. Are you a big debater? You like to get into discussions?
They wanted to
about that?
definitely. I'm always open for a good discussion, for a healthy debate. Absolutely, man. I'm never too cool to be proven wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm always down for that.
So you ain't trying to cancel people, you know what I'm saying?
Nah. Explain yourself, and after your explanation, then maybe. But like, you know what I mean? Nah, but you know, I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm always down for good explanations. I don't know everything. So we see where we at. So the debate this way, turn your play. 18's play. I will spit in, and then it goes back to the initial. I will spit in Satan's face. And that's funny because initially when I wrote this, it started with the thanks for the 14K. Yeah. After I spit the whole thing, I'm like, I will spit in Satan's face. That's my favorite part, so I'm gonna make it the hook. Okay. And then I just added it to the front, and then added it to the end again. But really, all this was from thanks to 14K up into that last little. That was kind of like the bridge.
Got you.
So it goes to the. I will spit in Satan's face. I am trying to eat as fast as I can. It's a major pain. Trying to make this music for my people. That's amazing grace. Trying to lift up my entire family. That's major gains. Safe to say we bout to score. Run the bass like dirty cops. That's like a triple entendre, I think.
All right, so unpack it.
Yeah. So safe to say we're about to score. Like we're about to win. Like, the lights at the end of the tunnel, we right there. I can feel it. I can taste it. All the energy's right. Everything's moving in the right place. We're about to win. So run them bases. Like you're about to score, you still got to run the base. And so you run the base like baseball, but also run the base like dirty cops. Oh. Because what do dirty cops do? They take the fucking work from the fucking...
It's like, yo, how you gonna have 30 pounds of cocaine and then we shipped over here and there's like, hey,
20 pounds of baking soda.
I had to put 10 pounds of cocaine in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, meaning, they take a little bit off the top, like, you know, when they write the report, and like, no, it was only 15. There's been stories of people that have been in during trial proceedings, and they were like, yeah, we found, 10. He's like, that's a lie. There was 25 when they called me.
25 when we turned in. Yeah, exactly.
When they called me.
So, I mean, what did I just watch not so long ago? City of Lies, the Johnny Depp, Forrest Whitaker one about the Biggie murder.
Okay. Right? Okay. Yeah.
It was the one that got fucking put under the rug because of that bullshit with Amber.
That was on
Amber
FX,
Heard.
right?
I don't know. No, it was a movie. They did the show on FX, but the movie was with Johnny Depp. Okay. And it got put under because of that bullshit with Amber Heard.
Okay, gotcha.
That Amber Heard accusation shit. Yeah. That shit came out and it fucked up like 3 of his releases. And that movie's dope as that movie's so. That's what I'm saying, man.
I heard of it.
It got pushed under got buried because of that bitch, bro. That lying bitch. Quote me. Fuck that bitch.
Look at Amber Heard in the comments.
Yeah,
I can see it already,
hope she is in the comments. I hope she retweets it. Nah, but real talk. So that's the movie I was watching, and in that they talk about the Rampart. I don't know if you guys know about Rampart. No. All right, it's basically the dirty cops that were in LA and in the mid '90s, and like Training Day, Denzel Washington's character is based off one of those dudes.
Okay.
Like it's just that. It's like basically gang members that were cops. Yeah, and they would do shit like that. They would go to evidence and they would check out fucking 25 bags, 25 keys of blow, and they'd replace it with like fucking laxative. Wow. And then they go move it on the street. Yeah, they were gangsters.
That's nuts.
So that's kind of what I'm referring to when I refer to that, like run the bass like dirty cops. Safe to say we're about to score, run the bass like dirty cops.
Now
came up from under the floor.
Before you go in there, let me hit you with one of these. I want to bring it back to that first line, though. I know you were saying there's a couple more than just 2 entendres happening there.
Yeah.
When you score, it's safe to say. Well, I did it already. It's safe to say that you're safe.
Okay.
So it's safe to say, in order for you to score, you're safe.
You're safe. You're safe already.
The bases. You were never out anywhere. Ever. So that just came to my attention.
Because when you hit at the park, it's safe to say we're about to score.
You're about to score.
We're about to score. So it's like you got to run the base. Still got to go through the process.
Correct.
You still got to run the base. So,
and you're safe.
And you're safe, but you still got to do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You still got to do the work.
Right.
So that's what that's entailing or whatever. So,
proceed, please.
Yeah. So safe to say we're about to run the base like dirty cops. That's just, the triple entendre trying to be clever. Came up from under the floor. We came from the bottom, but at least we learned a lot. Because when it's given to you, you take it for granted. Mm-hmm. But when you come from the bottom, you got to really work hard for it. And you get to learn a lot more lessons. You know, it may be the hard way, but you learn a lot more, and you don't take it for granted. You appreciate it more.
Yeah, you make a lot more mistakes on the way up. And,
Absolutely.
But the thing is, mistakes are life's lessons.
100%, man.
Life's teachers.
Big time. So that's basically what that's referring to too. It's like, yeah, we came from the bottom and it was harder, but I feel like it's almost a blessing because we learned a lot more in the way.
Yeah.
And it'll make it easier to keep it.
And lessons that we can therefore reuse later on down the line
And pass
then-
down or
yeah,
whatever. So these mistakes are not repeated.
True. So,
yeah.
and then we go right back into
And then it goes back to the hook. You know,
the
I will
hook.
spit in Satan's face. I am trying to eat as fast as I can. It's a major pain. Trying to make this music for my people. That's amazing grace. Trying to lift up my entire family. That's major gains.
All right, now.
So yeah.
Now this is not off of the bars, but at the end of the record, you incorporated like a sort of a sound
post,
bit of
skit, a
of-
post fight from a UFC kind of like a MMA fight.
Okay, so what drew you to put that one in? The
So
record?
I've been going through a lot of shit the past few years, just based on just coming off the tour, working with the wrong people, I basically came back from the tour with Media in debt. So like that shit put me back heavy because I worked with some of the wrong folks and they kind of fucking left me high and dry. So I've been rebuilding for the past couple of years, so it feels like I haven't really had a real clear win in the past, you know what I mean, in the past little bit. So like when I was watching that scrap, because I watch MMA like religiously. People don't know that about me. If you know me closely, you know that how into it I am. I train, like I love that shit. So when I heard that from this respected fighter that I like a lot, it like resonated big time because he's been going through a lot of fighters because of the pandemic and things like that went through a lot. And they couldn't really perform. They couldn't work. They couldn't, you know what I mean? And then if you lost, plus that, you get less opportunities. So that guy kind of went through that. So when I was just watching it and he like I was hearing his speech, he got all emotional. It just really resonated with me big time. And so I decided to use it.
Yeah, what's crazy, like a lot of people don't understand how a loss from a fighter's perspective, this is like everything that's going on in your life, you know what I'm saying? And then you're training for this one moment, and then you lose. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people, you know, the whole world is watching your loss from that pain. So it's like it's a lot to endure. I could imagine. I'm not a fighter, but I have fighters and family in the family, and they tell me, I'm like a loss. You know, some people automatically go up and be like, okay, get back. That's what you have to do. You got to get up and go.
Yeah, you got to just take it like, it's a possibility.
But that moment is rough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Going back, walking down into that locker room is rough. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's
what do you
pretty
mean
crazy.
just leaving this, imagine just being in the octagon, having to stand there while they pull the other guy's hand up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then like just watching him get interviewed and watching it, having to go back and the camera's still in your face while you're walking back to the thing. But that's got to be crazy.
Yeah, it must suck, man.
So that's kind of how it's felt. Because after the tour, I got a lot of looks. You know what I mean? People were on my shit. And then it's like I didn't feel like I could do anything with that.
Like move on it.
Yeah, I couldn't capitalize on it because of the lack
situation.
of resources and because of what just happened to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like in that place. And then when I heard that, I'm like, I'm kind of back on my feet. I'm living in the Grove. Like I'm back. Like we're doing it. You know what I mean? The income's back. I'm about to have my budgets back. Everything's good. Nice. And that's kind of how I feel like right now. So it resonated with me big time.
That's excellent.
Because this shit's a fight, man. Like when you're trying to get to where we want to get, man, this shit's a fight.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's why UFC, all that shit really, really resonates with me. And then when I was watching that, it just clicked.
They pulled you in. You're like, yo, that's
my story. This guy's speaking for me right now. It's crazy. So I was like, I had to use it.
Yeah. And it was good is that I always appreciate when artists put something that's like personal in their bars or inside of their music in general. You know what I'm saying? That way people get to know exactly who that person is, or peek a little bit behind the curtain, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying?
Like we were saying off camera, like you got to put as much as you into your shit, like into your art, man. Just not just blatant generic shit. You got to be as unique as you can. Not unique for the sake of being unique, but like you being you is unique.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
So you got to be you to the fullest extent of that, in my opinion.
Facts.
It's true. I agree. And it goes back to our conversation about the 14K and the followers and the 14K as far as money. It's like people tying themselves into your story, your uniqueness, or maybe having a similar situation as you. That ties them into a place where they won't kind of come and go. They won't come and go with the next artist that pops up and does something else. Oh, then they get their attention
because they
These
fuck
people
with
gonna-
me as a person,
Correct.
not just my bars. They're more connected personally on a more personal level, and that's what really makes you a fan of somebody.
D.U.Ivan, where can they find you?
You can find me at D.U.I.V.A.N. pretty much everywhere. If it's not at D.U.I.V.A.N., it's D.U.I.V.A.N. 305.
305.
That's it. That's the only way you find me anywhere based on one of those.
Got you. They could stay in touch through there to find out when the Toma project is dropping.
Yes, Toma Project. It's looking like the 3rd week of next month.
Nice.
So I'm trying to. I'm doing a release party with these guys, with the same people. I
Fresh.
think the thing we're going to tonight.
Okay.
Alright.
In a
Dope.
month
Fresh.
is mine.
Good look.
In a month is mine.
Nice.
So,
Perfect.
you know, that's pretty much the gauge of when it's coming out.
Excellent. Yo, thanks you. I know we covered it at the beginning, but thank you again for taking the time and doing this, man. This has been a great episode.
Man, like I said, man, thank you for coming up here and just laying down the bars, man. We definitely want to see you back here too.
We got
man.
to.
So-
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm
Whenever
sure
you guys
this
need
ain't- I'm sure this ain't the end of it, yo. Toma, the project. Stay tuned for that. D.U.Ivan on all social medias. The 305 might be included there. Y'all know what it is.
Hey, Toma.
Boom.
D.U.Ivan. Peace.
Thanks to the 14K. Rather have 14K, have 10 times that in 14 days. Since 14, I've had a scorching pen. Never force it like I like Star Trek. Like I'm looking for jail, where the bar's at. Try to play with me, throw the bait this way. Turn your play off like where 18s play. I will spit in Satan's face. I am trying to eat as fast as I can. It's a major pain. Trying to make this music for my people. That's amazing grace. Trying to lift up my entire family. That's major gain. Safe to say we bout to score. Run the bass like dirty cops. Came up from under the floor, but at least we learned a lot. Safe to say we bout to score. Run the bass like dirty cops. Came up from under the floor, but at least we learned a lot. Yeah, learned a lot. Can't front on that. Yeah. I will spit in Satan's face. I am trying to eat as fast as I can. It's a major pain. Trying to make this music for my people. That's amazing grace. Trying to lift up my entire family. That's major gains.
I'm here with your winner. Congratulations. I know it's been a long road to get back in here and to get a win like that. How does that feel, my friend?
Feels really good, man. It's been almost 2 years without a win, and you know, I dedicate my entire life to this. My identity's lied in winning for a long time, and you know, without getting one, I went through depression, anxiety, doing everything I can possible to get a win. You know, when you don't get it, it sucks, but you just gotta keep getting up over and over and over again.
You just seem to be on another level, dialed in tonight. It was a lot between the years for you. It was more about you changing things inside yourself. What were some of those things, and how did they play out here tonight for you?
I've just been training myself, training my mind, and valuing the things around me, my family, my friends, my team, my circle. I made my world smaller. And